What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a bit. I think it's been probably like 6 months since I uploaded a video, if not a little bit longer. Um, I do have a video today. It is of a buddy of mine's tank. His name is Benny, and at the time he had recently got into reef keeping. We shot this video back around August 8th, I believe. So it's been a little bit over 5 months at this point. Um, and I initially thought it's only been like maybe like 3 months, and then I went to go check when it was filmed, and I was like, whoa. So it's been a little bit. We still do have that Jawbreaker giveaway. It's in the tank. I haven't really done a whole lot with my tank. It's just been on autopilot, but we'll give you an update on that soon. Hopefully y'all enjoy this video. So how long have you been in the hobby?
So actually having a saltwater fish tank since the middle of May.
Okay.
But very interested in April and didn't actually get water into a tank until mid-May. So that was the first time that I've actually started anything.
Okay, awesome. And what got you into like reef keeping?
The interest is, well, first watching these guys on YouTube, then I started seeing some more YouTube videos on saltwater tanks. Saw how pretty it is and how just really mesmerizing, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
You know, you can sit in front of the tank for hours just looking at everything. And so, and then of course the challenge of growing all these different kinds of animals, from the corals to the fish to the invertebrates.
So what kind of equipment are you running on your tank?
So originally I bought my first setup on Facebook Marketplace, and I had a 36-gallon bow front with hang on the back media filter, hang on the back skimmer, and a current LED light. And so recently I bought an XR15 and a 40-gallon breeder, and that's it, and a couple of weight makers.
Now, coral-wise and stocking-wise, like, what would you say is your favorite coral, or if you have a favorite coral?
So I don't necessarily have a favorite coral, but I do have some corals that I think are more interesting, and that is always the bigger, more what's that word called when you have a bigger colony?
Colony.
The bigger colony of corals. So the frog spawn, the torch, the Duncan, and what's that guy down there?
GSP. Yeah, the green star polyps.
No, the one with the orange or pinkish, whatever.
Oh, the Humus, the Florida. I think the Florida Humus, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that thing, whatever that's called.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot more of like the flowier corals and
yeah,
just like more presentable colonies.
Until the other ones get bigger, I bet.
Yeah.
Once the other ones colonize, they'll probably be a lot more interesting as well. Not that they're not; they're just small.
Yeah.
So
there's not much to look at as of right now.
Yes. A frag is very hard to look at versus a colony.
Yeah, and even then, like when you look at them from like a small frag and like you look at a bigger colony, and like it's like really, it's always interesting to appreciate it, like how much bigger and different they look than from a frag.
Yes.
But alrighty, and what kind of fish do you have in your tank? Like what's your stocking?
So currently I have a pajama cardinal, a lawnmower blenny, a scopus tang, just recently added a hippo tang, and two clownfish. black clownfish or whatever you want to call them. Don't know exactly the terminology for those 2 clownfish. So let me see, 2, 4, 6 fish in the 40 gallon.
Good little assortment of fish.
Yes.
What is your maintenance like? Well, just your maintenance in general.
So I try to watch my feeding to be able to not get overpopulated with algae or detritus or anything like that. And so that helps with the amount of maintenance that needs to be done. So I just do a 10% water change once a week. And I hang on the back media filter with, as well as the hang on the back skimmer. And that's it. Just recently I started putting my skimmer on a timer, so it shuts off at 1 in the morning and turns back on at 6. Okay. Just to see if that does anything. I feel like that's one of the least small changes I can do to try to see if something changes, benefits or doesn't benefit.
Right. It's always good to experiment with it.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you dosing anything, and then what kinds of stock do you use for your tank?
No dosing. I've had a lot of people tell me that everything in your tank can be corrected in such a small tank with a 10% water change, since it is just a 40 gallon. Just recently started using Red Sea Coral Plus.
Coral Plus or Coral Pro?
Coral Pro, something like that. Red Sea salt. So I didn't want to count this one just because this is when I made my 20 gallons and I had to use the Instant Oceans to kind of water it down, remember? Because I over made it too strong. So let's just go as of July 25th. So my calcium is at 425 ppm, my alkalinity is at 7.7, and my magnesium is at 1275. Everything seems to be doing good. I'm not shooting too crazy for numbers, but more consistency. Every time I hear somebody talking about numbers, they say consistency is always better than chasing numbers.
Yes, definitely.
So I just look for consistency versus chasing numbers.
What kind of food are you feeding your fish and your corals?
So I mainly feed them rods food, what's it called? Rods.
I forget exactly which one it is, but it's pretty much rods is a well-known name, so most of the viewers will know what you're talking about.
Rods, that's all it's called. And just recently started doing marine cuisine.
Marine cuisine? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the mysis, right? You know what that is?
Yeah.
It's a mysis shrimp, krill, and spirulina.
Okay.
Yeah. So, did that, and some nori for the tangs. I do want to be able to get them on some kind of pellet or something, because I have a vacation coming up soon, and I'm going to be doing an automatic feeder soon.
Yeah, so some type of dry food that they can automatically dose in there.
Yes, so gonna have to do something like that of a sort.
And so as of right now, what are your current goals?
Current goals are, I got 2 kind of separate current goals. One is I have a 150 gallon tank that I'm trying to get set up. It's been in my garage since May, and I have an idea that will be coming to you soon of using a hang on the back filter and making it part of a refugium.
Yes, and that one was the project. It's going to be an interesting project, so we'll definitely have to get videos of it and record it and post it up there so that everybody can see it as well.
But we'll make sure it works.
Yes,
We'll
definitely. Yes, definitely. Alrighty, and then for your future goals, what are your future goals?
Future goals are to have the corals colonize, start the 150, and leave the 40 gallon to establish itself with the colonies. Probably not going to add any more fish to it. Possibly, I don't know 100%. But we need to start working on the 150 gallon.
Well, Benny, thank you for having us and letting us record the tank. We'll definitely be having to follow up with it, whether it's in this one or the 150 here soon.
I hope that the 150 is what's coming up next, down the pipe. Hopefully we can do this next week again.
Yeah, definitely.
See what we got going on.
Yeah, definitely. And
I feel strong belief that we will have 150 up by next week.
yeah, I was actually gonna say because it was either last week or week before that you were like, I still need to make the stand for it, and then I come over this week and you're like, oh, I got the stand ready now.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty quick.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Next week, hopefully, we'll get another video out on Benny's 150.